recognize your name. Walk ahead. You cover us in shame, and I take the blame. Living by the rules, Teen Witch, high school blues. Walk ahead.
What's going on, guys? Hope everyone's having a good day. Okay. It's like, why is that? There you go.
I am Wolf Hunter. You can call me Bloodhound.
Ready and excited.
Looking quite confident, aren't we? Well, Maggie's got a lot of tricks up his sleeve. Introducing your champion. Ace, mate. Let's see you do it again.
I like how they just literally.
Oops, I killed you on purpose.
Land there if you know what's good for you. Forget it.
Hold your breath. If you have a respiratory system.
The All-Father honors us with victory and life.
Grab shit quickly.
The enemies are shooting at me.
Grab that.
Scanning the area.
Got him.
Watch your back. He'll stab you in it.
Beware of the new kill leader.
Oh god.
Contact with hostile.
Oh god. No. Ah.
But alive.
Okay. They circle. All right. That's not. That's a quick warm up. Should say. I would think by now the Discord thing would let people know. Alright. Level up 60. We're on the way to 69, boys. Ooh. For the Craver? Actually, you know what? I like that. I might. Solstice? I don't have a skin for that. I almost have a skin for almost every one of them except for... I think still out of all the guns. I think it's the pistol. No, okay. I just have oh, there you go. Okay. Midnight. I don't know. I like Slither a little bit better. Silverstone. I do like the Sunfire one though. That thing is bright, but that's the only downside of it. It's what is Skyward? Nah. Well, just gonna play for 2 hours. By the way, you guys. So we're chilling. I'm already I already know one of them is gonna choose a person that. Oh, okay. Well, I got the ride or die.
Look at this lot. Yeah, nah, gotta kick the bucket someday, eh?
Oh, you gotta kick the bucket, hey, someday, eh?
Ace, mate. Let's see you do it again.
I will guide us to victory below.
Played earlier in the day, and I did get a victory. I guess we could drop here.
Marking our surroundings.
Oh god, oh god. Okay. Ah, balls. No, 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 no. Ah, okay.
The pride of life calls for you.
You know, I wonder. Come pick me up. Someone can pick me up. That would be greatly appreciated. Oh, there it is. Oh, damn. Got one. Nice. Come pick me up. Come pick me up.
Come on, compadre, get up. Come on, come on, come on.
Hurry up. Come and get me. Come and get me. Come and get me. Oh, God. Punchline. Oh. Oh, my Lord. Already a heart attack and a half.
I need energy ammo.
Alright, I'm on the way. I'm on the way back, Mom!
That guy black market here.
It was not my type. The ring is close.
Come on, get me out of here. No, I wanted the black market though, okay. Oh, God.
30 seconds until the ring closes. You like cutting
closing. I like pushing limits as much as the next guy, but we gotta go.
Half the squads remain.
Choke that out! Faster, faster, faster!
Care package coming your way?
Backpack here. Level 1. Don't worry, it won't slow you down.
Care package out there.
Thank you. I need energy ammo. Rápido.
Recharging shields.
What do you think is over here? Death box here. Gotta hop up here. Hammer point.
Oh,
Handful receiver.
Enemy barrier deployed over here.
5-minute extended heavy mag. Splitting open this hole.
Choke that out.
all this is just giving me more sniper ammo. Well, at least I could stock up on some health. Do need a lot of ammo. Wait.
Thank you.
Looks like you got a new kill leader.
Careful, no kill leader.
Let's go over here. Death box here.
It's a skin bag here.
We got trouble. Really close.
Need more kills. What's over here?
Yes.
I bring you the...
Well, whatever ammo I have, it's not gonna be very much.
Opening fire.
Oh shit! Coming!
Someone's got a death wish. I'm down. Pick me up.
Shit! Coming! I got one, got one. Okay. Ah, balls. I should have went back. I should have threw the grenade while I still had the chance. It's all good. It's all good. It's all good. Let's see. Using everything. I don't know, Jimmy John's space. And plus, half of these places I haven't even had before. Like, Wawa. Well, I had Wawa one before. Jersey Mike's. I haven't had a Firehouse. So that's one that. Let's see. Like, I think out of all my,
I accept the challenge.
All it takes is a single spark.
I don't push the envelope. I shred it.
Pick the right way and go.
Ahead. Victor of victory and slaughter.
Oi, hot shots. Let's see you shoot your way out of this one, eh? Got your champion here. Looking about as spry as my 80-year-old mum. That's a compliment.
I will choose our location for battle.
Eeny, meeny, my supply ship over there.
This might be a good place to land. Prepare for battle.
going through the portal.
Check it out. Open supply bin here. Here. Level 1.
Beginning ring countdown. Attention. First blood. Love it.
Good, we're inside. First blood.
Scanning the area.
Must go faster.
Got a new kill leader. Let's see how long this lasts.
Spitfire here.
Be aware of the new kill leader.
Extended heavy mag here. Level 2. Knockdown shield here. Level 1. Evo shield here. Level 1. There's a usable jump pad just sitting here.
Looks like you got a new kill leader.
New kill leader? Not for a long time. There's a jump tower over there. Faster, faster, faster! Just spotted someone out there. Got trouble here. Mira, someone's out there. They're far. It's go time! Got an enemy out there.
Hold on. Chevy boy.
I think someone's been here. Hopefully they still are, because I'm bored.
Be strong when weak. Be brave when faced with fear. Be humble when victorious.
See someone out there? Zipline here. Love these things. I saw someone, and I tried cookies. Enemy spotted. Wait, we could check out here.
We are inside the ring.
Got an enemy out there.
I've not seen a backpack yet.
What do you think is over here? We could check out here.
Care package coming your way?
Heads up. Care package coming in.
Let's go over here. What do you think is over here?
Oh, right there.
Something good. Contact.
Oh god, oh god. Shit. Shit. Where?
Patching myself up.
Throwing arc star.
Arc star set. Air. Marking our surroundings.
Fuck out of here.
I found a hostile.
Yeah, just take it like a freaking.
That whole squad.
Oh, you champions did. Oh, good.
Half the squads remain.
Who took out the champ? We took out the champ. L-Star here.
Evo shield here. Level 3.
Mira, treasure pack over here. Got a helmet here, amigos. Level 1. Evo shield here. Level 3.
Ultimate accelerants here. There's a closed door over there. Marking our surroundings.
He's got time. Heads up, we're not alone.
Oh shit. Where?
Round 2. Let's get that countdown going.
We're already in the ring.
Replicator coming at you.
Anvil receiver. Replicator incoming.
Scanning the area.
Mira, someone's out there. They're far.
Go back.
Hostile spotted.
Enemy spotted. Way up. Someone else is over there.
All father, give me sight.
Enemy real close. About time we got ourselves a fight.
Shit. No, you don't.
Watch yourself.
Oh shit.
Making contact with enemy.
Come back over here. Come back over here.
Your time is not over yet.
Run, run, run.
Have the benefit. We are inside the ring.
Oh god. Woo! Oh my god.
That was the last of that.
Woo!
Care package coming your way.
Get healed.
On high.
Healing up. Eyes are open though.
Healing my wounds. Taking a moment to heal.
They spotted me. Taking shots. And we're down. Reloading. Firing.
Reload.
Bless me with sight.
Round 3. Big toe. Here we go, son.
Down, fella.
Gotcha.
You cool with it, Jake.
Recharging my shield. Healing up. Eyes are open though.
Extended energy back here. Level 4. Gotta hop up here. Unveil receiver.
Watch yourself.
Oh god. Shit.
There's another squad.
Get out of there. Woo!
I am taking fire.
Patching myself up.
Scanning the area.
Call company, and they're not here to sell me chicken.
Need to recharge my shields.
I saw someone, and I don't think they're selling cookies.
Recharging my shields. Marking our surroundings. I'm taking fire.
Oh god. What the fuck?
One moment.
Don't like using this.
Getting hit over here. Need to recharge my shields.
Marking our surroundings.
Heads up, we're not
Fuck.
alone.
We're gonna have to do this. Where are they? Where are they? Oh god! No! 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 No!
Charging on my shields.
Oh god! Shit! No! Ooh. Woo. No! 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 I'm getting. Oh god! I'm about to get close. Help me! Somebody get in here! Upstairs! Upstairs, he's upstairs. He went down, he went down. Let me heal up, let me heal up. Use the Phoenix! Oh my god. Oh god. Woo. No! No! Ah, fuck. It's too late, it's too late, it's too late, it's too late. I need to get in, I need to get quickly, 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 quickly. No! Ah.
Recharging my shield.
Damn. Damn.
Here's your winners with Wally. Of course he carried ya. He's
Damn. You know what? Okay, sure, why not? I have no problem doing this. I have no problem taking another person out. Such a naughty thing.
Let's pick the right way and go.
All it takes is a single spark.
Will be on our side, Fly Fighter.
looking quite confident, aren't we? Well, Maggie's got a lot of tricks up her sleeve. Got your champion here. The one to look out for.
I will guide us to victory below.
Alright, I don't I think triple nips are gonna get landed on, so
Trust me, we want to land over here.
alright.
Better lies below.
Did we got first blood? Best way to start the day.
Oh, hold on. Give me that. Got him. Oh, oh shit! Ah, I'm stuck. Fuck. Got one. Worth it. I don't care.
Last of that enemy squad is finished.
Impressive kill.
I need the
Seen a
shield.
lot of competitors like you.
Okay, they're trying to come around.
The enemy. Come on, this way.
I'm trying to get shields here.
Reloading. I downed an enemy.
Okay, wait. Oh no. Oh god! Damn it! Watch it, watch it, watch it.
This way, let's go. Reloading.
'Cause I know something's gonna be there. Hurry, 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 hurry.
Let's go there.
Oh god, watch out! Shit, 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 shit. Don't kill me, don't kill me, don't kill me.
Let's go this way.
Watch out! Ah, balls.
You call that a firearm?
Beat that meat. Such a naughty.
Every decision counts.
I really like this street. Hold on. While I wait for Dolly. Let's see. Let me see if I can show this real quick while we wait. Defnil's committed what I call the 3 Fs: frequent, fast, fuck ups. You essentially create content as frequently and as fast as possible while fucking up things that would be easy proven as false as if you took 5 minutes time research. See what I'm saying? Like, this dude, like, we might watch it. We might watch it. I don't know. Oh, charms. Okay, we got new charms. They're my grenades. Oh, that's cute. Yeah, you know, that's something that I always sit there and go, why do we have this? You know, I don't know. It's one of those things where I'm just sitting there going like, oh my.
The place between life and death is where I feel most alive.
The winner's out there looking for you. It will find you if you let it. I'm always dressed to kill.
Welcome to my games. Mind your mullets, ladies. I'm about to start some fires. So this is your champion. Looking about as spry as my 80-year-old mum. That's a compliment.
We might, I might, if we don't do very well, then, in this round, we'll take a couple minutes break and, watch, old good brother, Flamenco's video on, Slander Hall.
Copy that.
Prepare for battle.
I heard that.
Less than 1 minute. The ring is not far. Seconds remain. Safety is an arrow shot away.
Heavy ammo. Flatline. Heavy ammo here. 10 seconds until the ring closes. Grab what you need and let's go. Let's do some shopping.
Better watch it. Ring's closing.
Use the map as your guide. The ring is moving.
Definitely need a backpack. And sniper ammo. Damn it, I need sniper ammo.
Aren't you sweet? Thank you.
Care package incoming. Some of you ain't looking like you need it.
Care package on high. Favor from the gods.
So I'm gonna have to make my shots count then. What is that?
Half the squads are down. There's a fool killed every minute.
Not really anything to entertain yet.
Scanning the area.
Scan. If I could get some more ammo, that would be really nice right now. Wait, I don't even have Ooh.
Hop up here. Hammer point. I need a standard stock.
Nothing really too interesting, so to speak.
Forget it. Someone's already been there.
Longbow, yes. This is exactly what I need. Longbow DNR. Woo! Got one?
Target there. I hurt them. I hurt them.
Oh!
Taking fire.
Reloading.
Oh, Sentinel, hold on. That's what I needed.
I hurt them.
That one.
Watch out. Patching myself up.
Got him in there. Got him.
Phasing.
Lean back.
Looks like you got a new kill leader.
Heads up. Kill leader.
Champion's dead. R.I.P. mate.
A champion has fallen. It was that time.
Oh! Oh! Smoke!
I'm watching that spot.
I am trained. Using a Phoenix kit.
Coming, they're coming.
Recharging my shields.
I'm gonna go back up. Yeah, I'm gonna.
Going this way.
Well, because A, I was supposed to actually get my.
Shield set. Light ammo here. I bet we'll find something good here.
There we go. That's what I was.
1 minute remains. The ring is close.
Alright, we better go.
Find something good here. We have 45 seconds, and the next ring's right there. Don't leave anything good behind.
All Father, give me sight.
Evo shield here. Level 3. Heavy ammo here. Shotgun bolt here. Level 2.
10 seconds. The ring is close.
Energy ammo here.
Oh, it's Dolly. Oh, shit.
Time's up and we're not in the ring. Move now.
Yeah, I want to keep on the high ground as much as possible.
Care package coming in. Eyes on the prize. I'm wanting that spot. Let's go this way.
Round 3.
Lovely idea.
Here we go, son.
Wait, 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 hold on. Oh, let's go back up. Go around.
This way. I see an enemy over there.
I know, let's try to cut him off from here.
Let's go this way. Yes.
Oh god, shit!
Marking your surroundings.
Woo! Oh god, shit! Oh, no, 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 you don't! Oh, fuck! Fuck! Don't find me, don't find me, don't find me, don't find me! Fuck! You found me! See, we would have been a little bit more cooperative. You just stayed back with us. Yeah, let me leave the party for a bit, and I'm gonna go ahead and queue up that video that Flamenco did. That I really liked. I like a lot of what Flamenco does. Like, it's not like it's it's just not what do they call it? It's not for cheap pops, you know. It's an actual video.
Stooping.
We'll put the playback speed at 125. Alright, let me turn this off for a minute. People are pinging me like hell. It's like, man.
So on April 10th, 2020, small YouTuber and political streamer Xander Hall had dealt with a brigade of people
calling me moron, saying having a different opinion doesn't make you a Nazi.
Now, this horrible and awful harassment, Xan alleges, is coming at the behest of Taps, a transgender Twitter user that Xander Hall has previously interacted with, and according to Xander Hall,
who is an actual Nazi.
His clear-cut evidence involves things like giving nuanced political takes, saying that both people on the left and right have good and bad points, the fact that she makes edgy, self-deprecating jokes.
This is them, they're Def Teesler. In the server with Sand N-word Terrorist. They're in the 41% channel. By the way, the 41% thing references the suicide attempting rate for trans people.
Believes that some trans people are trans trenders, aka people that are trans as a means of gaining social attention or clout, and making guilt by association claims, saying that some of the people that Taps retweets are obvious Nazis. Clearly.
Now, I just want to make one thing perfectly clear about Taps. Taps just does shit just to get on people's nerves. Like, and I love Taps. Taps is a good person. She's a very welcoming person in the commentary community. But sometimes you gotta take a lot of the shit that she says as, is this a troll or is she being serious? And because of, like, obviously being transgendered and what's the word I'm looking for here? I guess just more center right leaning, and I think that's what's the matter with Xander Hall. Xander Hall has a tendency to go far left, and also be almost center when he least expects it. And so it's kind of like, well, I mean, damned if you do, damned if you don't. But like, leave the poor person alone. She didn't do nothing, do you? What's the matter with you? Now I'm gonna actually do this real quick. We're gonna just expand it just enough where I could get the whole video in. Not there we go. We'll continue.
We are looking at the poster child for the Third Reich in this profile picture. Ironically, this was all in a segment where Xander Hall asserts that many people adopted conservative mindsets or moved to the right due to the hysterical nature of the archetypal blue-haired SJWs, turning them off from anything even remotely resembling progressive politics. Unironically, I would have to agree with him on this one. I think that a lot of people have a very negative first impression with a lot of people that espouse progressive politics, given the fact that most of them are going to be people with Twitter bios that have their pronouns in them and are going to act like hysterical retards. However,
I could definitely that statement right there I could definitely agree with. Something about Twitter upsets me still to this day. It's the what do you call it? I wouldn't call them Karens, because that would actually be an insult to them. They're a little bit higher up on the, like, I would treat them better hierarchy than Karens. Like, social justice warriors people, I think one of the problems that they have is they don't want to, like, compromise, whereas most center right, and at times, depending on the topic of discussion, whether it's like healthcare and everything like that, there's far right people that will actually agree with you and just say, okay, well, maybe if we did this, maybe this would be better. And so, like, I don't know her political opinions, honestly. I know for my political opinions, I'm very center right. Like, there's some things that I do believe could change. Like, I do believe that there could be a what is it called? There can be something of I think it would be a tighter restrictions on who can get guns, honestly. I feel like we've done an incredibly crappy job. Now, I will say this. I do believe that first time felons should have guns, but only handguns. And they're low powered, like uh low powered ammunition and all that. Um and all that stuff, like, you know, like it's kind of like how when you load up what is it called, a two slug shotgun, you know, it takes two. But I don't know, I just really personally think that one of the things that um Xanderhall has an issue with is just people that who and I think is also Xanderhall and some of the left wing crowd, that their way is, it's their way or the highway, you know. And I mean, I live in a state where a governor is literally that's basically what the governor wants. The governor really wants to basically be like, well, it's my way or the highway, you know, that type of bullshit. um I wish more can be differently said about uh conservative minds, um especially on the alt-right. Like, the alt-right people are just kind of like, uh, it's like calling the kettle black, so to speak, you know. Just like, you say, well, you guys you can't compromise on anything. Okay, what about your guys' stances on things like that? Oh, well, we should obviously we should kill babies and not kill babies, and have our rights to control, get any type of gun we want in a reasonable manner. Okay, are you willing to take a mental health test? Get checked out by a psychiatrist? Obviously, I would go one step further and say that the state should actually provide the service for no charge at all for those visits, because, you know, I mean, COVID, everything's happening because of COVID, and these doctors are upping up the prices right now, just to go visit them, you know. Like, and I honestly believe that in the Midwest states, especially in Wisconsin, from as far as I've heard recently, I've heard that because I have a friend that actually went into a mental institution, and last year over it was an agreement that they've had with their family for a long time, that if they were to have another mental breakdown, which she had, unfortunately, you know, it is what it is, because of schooling and everything. And she just found out, literally, her husband of like 2 years literally left her, like, left all his, like, grabbed all of his stuff, which included the bed, which, I mean, come on, dude, come on, let's be real. Leaving your bed, leaving the bed, I mean, honestly, you know, just that type of shit doesn't fly with me very well. But she had a mental breakdown and everything, and her hospital bills, like, she had state insurance, so she was able to not have to pay exactly for the hospital visits and everything, but she had to pay for the psychiatrist, and that was a very, very high. We're talking like almost, I would say, for like 6 sessions, I think she said it was like almost $6,000 a visit, which most students that are going to college, which is like, in she went a year after she graduated, so right now, and she had to take a break, unfortunately, because of a lot of family issues that happened in the background. But she was just like, you know, what do I do? What can I do? And the state was like, well, I mean, we could help you out with interest and all that bullshit. And keep in mind, Wisconsin's been a Democratic state only for a couple of years, and not like more of a blue wave has hit Wisconsin pretty hard since post Obama, like when Obama was in Illinois, because you know anyway, I know that this is getting extremely off the topic, but I'm just saying, there's other ways to help out people, and obviously we should, in my opinion, place mental health in a very high standard, when it comes to owning things that can or will kill people if there's someone who's mentally unhinged behind them.
I would also point out that one of these behaviors is the tendency to take a look at anybody that even mildly criticizes you and then just say that they're a Nazi. But hey, Xander Hall is completely free to tilt at all the windmills that he wants and look like a weirdo doing it, I guess. So what led to this entire weird Spurky arc? Well, sit back and relax as I give you the TLDR of what happened and my take on it, because it is exceptional.
I really do like this. By the way, mad shout out to Finn Finestries, because he actually did do this artwork for Taps, and he did a good job. I like that. I like that he did a good job on it. As far as I'm concerned, the meme picture of Xander Hall or Slander Hall here, might as well just call him. It's one of those things where you just have to sit there and go, well, okay, well, might as well have this enjoyable thing.
So this entire saga started on April 7th when Twitter user @JChon posted this tweet. I don't know who Xander Hall is.
Now, I know Jade. To be fair, Jade didn't know.
This question. Xander Hall has been interacting more and more with the commentary community on YouTube. In his words, to
infiltrate the YouTube drama community. When there is YouTube drama happening, like non-political YouTube drama happening, I'm going to worm my way into that shit.
Though given his reaction when high-profile YouTubers follow him on Twitter, I think it's more likely that he's just using this as an excuse to network and clout chase.
Now, so I remember when he said that. Actually, you know what? Let me see if I could pull that up. Let me see if I Xander. Let's see. I don't know if he has if that's been a highlight, but I want to go back to that clip where he sits there and goes, oh.
User @JChon posted this tweet. I don't know who Xander Hall is, and at this point, I'm afraid to ask the community on YouTube. In his words, to
infiltrate the YouTube drama community. When there is YouTube drama happening, like non-political YouTube drama happening, I'm going to worm my way into that shit.
Though given his reaction.
Okay, so I can't remember, like, I can't say word for word what exactly the statement was, because I remember what it was. What was it? I can't remember exactly word for word for it, but I'm paraphrasing here, so if I get something wrong, obviously let me know. But one of the things that he said that he was going to weasel his way into the commentary community because there isn't many far left commentary community channels, and I disagree. I like to disagree with that. I mean, Repzilla is a excellent edition of the far left. I think he's far left. Well, not far left, I should say. I would say more left leaning. Repzion's a good example of that too. But I think he's more centrist. Like he it's just like, he wants to do the research of what they obviously propose before he actually puts a decision on what would be, fair for everyone and such. So I don't know. I think like one of the things that I want to point out in that is, I mean, anyone could be in the commentary. I'm in the commentary I'm in the commentary community. I'm very low in the commentary community, but at least I'm accepting that for what it's worth. But you know, it's not that hard to have like a left-leaning opinion, and then people go like, well, I don't like your opinion, and then I'll be like, well, we can agree to disagree. It's not that hard to do. It's not that hard to do. You know, most people will just sit there and go, well, I want to disagree on that. I'm like, okay, what do you want to disagree with me? Well, I think everyone should have this. Okay, what kind of evidence can you give me that says, like, you know, you want to do this proposals will work? And everyone's like, well, I just think it works. Oh, okay. Oh, okay, Xander Hall, you know? I think that's what Xander Hall thinks. It's like being in commentary, you gotta really like you gotta give like the evidence, and then your own personal take, and then you let the audience make the personal take that they can take away from this. You know, I mean, one of my favorite commentary channels is obviously Tipster. I don't know where he leans in the political spectrum of things, but you know, I think he gives everyone a fair shake, and then gives his opinion on things, and most of them I actually even agree with. There's some that it's very, very, very rare that I disagree with something that Tipster would say also. You know, but it's just all comes down to perspective. That's what commentary community is really about. It's about showing your perspective of what, showing the people the different angles of what's going on, and then giving your perspective on it, and then seeing what the community says about it. And I haven't even checked the comment section of this. I'm afraid, honestly. But you know, it's one of those things where you just got to kind of sit there and just watch. So.
Action when high-profile YouTubers follow him on Twitter, I think it's more likely that he's just using this as an excuse to network and clout chase.
That is good. This is a win. I will do everything in my power when I am large enough to try to get him on my channel for a talk. That would be a big win. That would be a big win.
Like, okay, the one thing I want to say about that, about Xander Hall, is the fact that, you know, there's some things that I will surprise some people when I say this, but there's some things that I do agree with Xander Hall in certain aspects like this. But you know, by the looks of how this and I've seen the full clip of this whole thing, this whole scene that Flamenco is obviously posting here in this clip, but I've seen the full context of that too. Like, I mean, it's pretty much the full context, but you know, the way that I could see it is that you know, I do see him as trying to clout chase on a lot of things. You know, I think a lot of people since 2016 really got into the commentary business because they felt like it was profitable. It was, and it's definitely profitable if you get the right story and it blows up really, really large. Like, take for instance, the Susie Lou thing and Tipster. Like, right now he's at 100K. If the Susie Lou thing didn't happen, I think he would still be at, give or take, 20K, 25K. For actually, you know what? On second thought, because of the Billy Mitchell thing, I would actually say it would probably be about 45K. So he'd be almost halfway there. At least in my opinion. At least in my opinion of how, and my understanding of how analytics work. But when he words it like that, like we're gonna have a talk. Like, it sounds like you're trying to pull a Change My Mind by Steven Crowder. And I from what I understand, I heard Xander Hall extremely dislikes Steven Crowder. You know, but at least Stephen Crowder will actually like give people an opportunity to listen and like hear his perspective, and then we hear their perspective. There's this thing called I don't know, folks. Hold on, let me ask you something. Let me ask you something here for a minute. Do you guys know what that is? Oh yeah, that's right. Actually, common ground, common sense bullshit that actually works. You know it's this argument of like people going like, well, I don't think this works. I don't think it will work for Xander Hall to talk to Mudahar. I mean, Mudahar can harm a fly, honestly. I like Muda. Muda's a very like his ideas can be very flexible, and the fact that we see something like someone like a Muda or not a Mudahar, Xander Hall, Slander Hall, basically just sit there and go, well, this is good. This is good. Like, this is all coming to my plan. What are you, fucking Dr. Evil or something? Are you going to look at there and go like, commentary community, if you don't surrender to my demands and listen to my rees, I will make you all pay $1 million. You know, that bullshit. Like, you're a popular YouTube creator. Like, you know, honestly, if he wants to get into the commentary community, fine, but you got to remember that that's the two things that I think, in my opinion, needs to be understood. And there's some times where people are going to call you out for that. Obviously, some stuff that happened recently with some real life friends that unfortunately I can't go into detail anymore about happened, and Tipster called me out. Like, because that's what homies do. But also, he was looking after me because, you know, this is stuff that can hurt the commentary community. And honestly, I feel like we would see something similar to like a Def Noodle situation where he would only do just little diligence of research and such. So I don't know. I feel like this is... I feel like if he wants to be in the commentary community, he's going to have to agree with someone that he doesn't agree with exactly 100% and understand, hey, I don't know if I'm actually going to be able to do this. Or not, well, not be able to do this. I think I can understand how this works, but I have questions. And that works, right? So...
In this crusade to infiltrate the commentary community, he had gone on several episodes of Augie RFC's podcast After Hours. And well, suffice to say, he didn't make a particularly good impression with Augie's audience. So about a day later, Twitter user Verum0 uploaded a clearly faked screenshot that showed Xander Hall using a racial slur. The intent of the screenshot was clearly to poke fun at Xander Hall. I'd even wager that this wasn't originally intended to mess with Xander Hall, it was most likely just a shitpost on a edgy Discord, given that Xander Hall had...
And you gotta understand also, from that too, that Augie's community is very interesting. I always say Augie's community is very interesting because I'm friends with most of them, and we have discussions every once in a while about like certain political takes and everything. The problem is, you know, if they're gonna do stupid stuff like that, obviously horribly, I horribly will say this because my voice will probably go in and out like this, because I'll keep saying it over and over again. I disavow anything that sounds incredibly stupid and incriminating, and try to pass it out and go like, oh well, that's facts. Like, look, listen, nerds, listen. All right, I'm just telling you, don't do it. It's stupid. Like, why would I have to sit? I don't want to sit around and lecture people, because that's not my job. B, you know, common sense prevails. Common sense prevails. And if people are shit posting and you get very triggered by it, but because your fifis are hurt, then obviously you shouldn't be on the internet. Like that's something that I've always been very what's the word I'm looking for? Very personal about when it comes to that stuff. If you're gonna get your feelings hurt about something, and you can't handle the criticism of, like, if you say something wrong, then you don't belong here. Now, unfortunately, not unfortunately, thankfully, I've received criticism about a lot of my opinions and everything like that, and I listen to them. That's the thing that you need to understand. Like, there's more to shitposting from communities than that you don't agree with necessarily in your political spectrum, whatever analysis, whatever you want to call it. People are going to do this shit because it's what they want to do. They're their own person. Like, it's like people that who say, like, oh, well, you have a doxer on in your community. You should be definitely disavowing that. Of course I would disavow that. I disavow the living hell out of that. Like, and honestly, I'm just gonna say this right now. I'm gonna even be honest here. If you do that type of shit where you harass or DDoS people or dox people, you're a piece of shit, and that's the bottom line. Because I'm saying it, and I'm here just to let you guys know that that isn't allowed here. Period. If you're gonna be doing stuff like that, take your yee ass out of here and go try to fuck on someone else's street, okay? That's what I'm saying.
Kind of became a meme within Augie's audience. It is important to note that this screenshot did not tag or was a reply to any of Xanderhall's tweets. This was completely in an isolated tweet thread. Now Xanderhall, in his infinite narcissism, thought that this was part of an ongoing campaign of other people that don't like him for completely different reasons. Go fucking figure. He claims that the screenshots were an attempt to paint him as a racist, smugly proclaiming that there was no such evidence of him saying the N-word. Yeah, about that.
Do the people who make these fake screenshots really think I'm dumb enough to just message someone calling them the N-word? I mean, the clip that he's about to play, I mean, can I say any more? Like, can I say any more other than he kind of stubbed his toe on a Lego wall?
The N-word on your stream.
Nigga, yeah. Never with the hard ER, though. Why not? Why don't you like the Duke, nigga? Alright, 3 cobble and a blaze rock.
So just based on this clip, I don't think that this is evidence that Xanderhall is a racist. Imagine taking out of context clips like that and then using it to smear people as a racist. What a fucking asshole that would make me, right? Anyway, back on topic. Xanderhall took this totally personal and totally coordinated attack on Twitter very, very seriously, calling on his viewers in a now deleted tweet, telling them to go and mass report anyone.
Be warned, it's deleted now, but apparently they're making fake DMs of me saying the N-word like they did with Merrick. Report people you see doing this. It's a TOS on violation. I mean, I'm just gonna say this right now. Shit, I will tell you, there's a lot of there was a lot of dramas that has happened the last year and a half too that I've seen and I gave my opinions on personally from like a personal friend to friend basis on this. And I'm just like, look, in 2019 and 2020 alone, we've seen enough people make fake screenshots. Obviously, recently with I can't remember his name. I can't remember the guy's name. I would have to think about it. But there was a drama that happened not too long ago where someone was like, he said this on Instagram, but I can't access it because it deleted it. I was like, you delete it, but it's on your Twitter. Like, it's on your Twitter. Do you know how? But I'm blocked. Okay. And he erased the messages. Okay. Oh, yes. It was like, I blocked him on Instagram, but now I can't access the messages because it's erased. Tipster went on with Augie's, or I think it was Boblax's DMs, and actually tested this. That was a bullshit lie. So when you have something like this, be warned, it's deleted now. But apparently they make fake DMs of me saying the N-word. it's a really horrible shit post, but it's not against 2S. But this, on the other hand, as my boy Flamenco will obviously go into a little bit more in detail, is against TOS, and he has a history of breaking TOS.
One that was sharing these fake screenshots, claiming that these screenshots were in violation of terms of service. However, looking at Twitter's policies on the subject, it doesn't seem to actually be in any violation. Hate speech guidelines only apply when directed to people in marginalized groups, and impersonation only really applies if the Twitter account itself is claiming to be somebody else. However, directing flagging mobs is against the Twitter terms of service. Not to mention the fact that this is actually Xanderhall's 4th Twitter account he is currently engaging.
See, this is some fucked up shit right here. You know, you see Xander Hall. Now, I was around when I remember Xander Hall making some weird ass comments when he had this one in particular. I think that was the most second to last most recent one that got clipped by Twitter. And like, you don't go to the well many times and realize maybe, hey, you know, I should actually do this. Maybe if I keep making Twitters, maybe they won't ban me. People are smart enough to actually report you for obviously making multiple accounts in your ban evading. I mean, we could talk about Slug. We could talk about that and how that works, apparently. We could talk about an on Gene AG. You know, we could talk about that. We can even talk about Chris Hansen, because apparently this wasn't the current account that he has. That's actually his second one, because he got banned, or he didn't have the password. If he didn't have the password, that's a very fucking boomer thing to do. Let's continue.
In ban evasion. I also want to make it 100% clear to anybody who's watching this that I do not support flagging people. I do not think that you should bother or flag Xanderhall for engaging in these behaviors. I just want to point out that aside from being extremely thin-skinned, he's also a massive hypocrite. But if he wants to be the Boulder King, that's 100% his business. I just firmly think that deplatforming and calling on people to flag people is and will always be the realm of losers. So let's all be like the Fonz and let's be cool. However,
I fucking hate. He had to fucking date me like that. Just like literally just like, let's be the Fonz, be cool. Let's be hey. Oh my god. Why do we have to be fans of that? But I mean, I like it. I watched the show when I was growing up, so.
Wasn't just content to organizing a false flagging campaign on Twitter. He later took onto a live stream and bemoaned the Nazis that are harassing him. This is where Taps comes into play. So Taps is a regular in Augie's chats and audience, and is a pretty out and open transgendered woman. Trans flag in the bios, all of her avatars and social media, pronouns in the bio, that sort of stuff. Just, you know, not an insufferable cunt about it. So when Xander brings up her profile bio,
is that some of them have also are also Nazi psyops?
It's a reasonable inference for anyone with an above 98 IQ that maybe she might be mad that her gender identity is being called a psyop. But in fairness to Xanderhall, Taps did lightly criticize him, and that's pretty much analogous to goose-stepping in our modern times. However, the Streisand effect took its course, and almost immediately more and more people began to notice his behavior and call him out for it. My timeline for that day was pretty much inundated with everybody going on about how they were blocked by Xanderhall, even Augie when he actually thought that that was a fake Augie account.
He did block me, which I took as him saying fuck you, but apparently he blocked me because he thought my Twitter account was he thought this was like a fan account.
Oddly, he rectified.
I'm actually kind of curious. Do you actually ban me on Twitter yet? Because I'm probably gonna download this part of the stream and make it a highlight. Let's see here. There you go. Nope. I'm still followed by him. Yeah, but I will be going on a podcast today at 4, but it won't be streamed. Oh yeah, that's right. He was on a podcast with Turkey Tom and Nick Diorio. Like, and honestly, I okay. Like this is my thing about Xander Hall. Like, I believe that everyone should have a fair right to criticize him in some way because what he did was kind of fucked. I mean, not kinda. I mean, it was super fucked. I mean, you're basically attacking a fan that was a part of his audience, of Augie's audience, and because they're transgender, and you think they're Nazi because they have a little bit of a right wing opinion, and some left wing opinion. Because I know Taps is definitely in the middle with a lot of things, and she makes her own decisions because she's an independent woman and she don't have no man to tell her what to do. All right, but she's funny. She's funny because she knows where the lines are for the left and the right, But when she makes an actual like political opinion, her honest opinion about it, it doesn't bother me at all. Like, but the fact that you have to sit there and go, wait, okay, you mean to tell me, oh, look, I'm Xander Hall. Oh, I think that woman is a Nazi because she believes that she's a psyops or whatever. That's bullshit, don't don't be like that, Xander. Come on. Like, now, and I don't know, maybe he had some, maybe he put a little bit of the bubbly inside of his drink, and probably decided, I'm gonna criticize Taps, and obviously I wish he said something about like disavowing his audience to like go after it, because Taps was getting some feedback from people, not very nice feedback, but feedback. But there also the community came around her and obviously support her, and I support Taps. She has the ability, and a lot of people are like, but you're a Christian. You have these opinions. Why are you agreeing with the trans person? Because you know what? We live freely to do this shit. If she wants to be trans, she wants to be trans. Okay. I'm not gonna sit there and be like those Bible thumpers of the 1960s and say, if you don't listen to the word of God, your butthole is. Oh my god, I'm thinking about that meme. Oh my god, that meme. Your butthole will be on fire. I might have to watch that here in a minute. Just so stupid. I don't get Xander Hall. I really don't get Xander Hall's opinion on this. Thoughts on why Taps is considered a Nazi in his eyes. Like, and I think honestly, and I want to take this back here for a minute because I want to say, you know what? And this might be a nuclear take if I say it, but I mean, who the fuck cares? If you're saying shit like this in 2021 and you're saying like, you're a Nazi for doing this, are you saying this because, there's still right wing, like far right wing people who actually do have a bias against transgender people? Did you even realize that if you do your research, like I even where's the tweet? I know I hold on. I gotta look this up here. Another window here. Window. Where is it? I was so pissed as Xander Hall for doing this that I was like, hold on, let's see here. Where? Like, hold on. Yeah, this is the one I want to show first, and then I'll. Hold on, I gotta do it like this, and then. This is the tweet. That I tweeted at Xander Hall when he responded to another friend of the channel, Siplex, who is my who is the Norwegian Viking goddess of the Discord, which you guys can join, obviously, on the link tree, or if you're on social media, or you're looking at the links below in YouTube. I am working on Trovo stuff, by the way. Don't worry, it'll be still there. And I said, this is what I said. I said, when you're so woke that you defend an actual Nazi because she's trans, and I said this, how does trans people actually become Nazis? Sounds to me like someone is slightly phobic to those that are trans. Now, I am gonna say this. I admit that I probably should have worded this better, but it's Twitter. Remember Twitter. Twitter has those 218 characters. Yeah, you can't fit the statement here, but I'm gonna say it anyway. You know, it sounds to me someone's slightly phobic to trans that who are specifically that have right wing opinions. I know many transgender right wing people in my local community, and they don't give a fuck if gay marriage gets approved or not. They just want to be accepted, like, as people, like, and I accept them as people. I accept them as people, that because that's honestly what I'm designed to do. Like, we're all here to love one another till we're 6 feet under, and the worms are like, hey, I'm gonna eat your feet, just saying. I like a little toe jam. That was for Ricky. And then I said, by the way, Xander Hall, if you really knew your history, Nazis also targeted homosexuals, especially in the Third Reich. Read for yourself. Which, if we pull up this article right here by the United States Holocaust Memorial Museum, let's see here. It said, while male homosexuality remained illegal in Whitemeyer under paragraph 175 of the Criminal Code, German homosexual rights activists became worldwide leaders in efforts to reform societal attitudes that condemn homosexuality. Many in Germany regarded the Weimar Republic toleration of homosexuals as a sign of Germany's decadence. Nazi leaders posed as moral crusaders who wanted to stamp out the vice of homosexuality from Germany in order to help win the racial struggle. I read this the other night, and like, and I'll link it. I'll just go ahead and put it in the chat for those who want to see this a little bit later. But there you go. But this is some, like, really scary shit. Because, like, Nazis, they wanted, especially when the Third Reich was finally up in position to actually do these things. It's one of those things where you got to sit there and go, well, okay, that's happening. That's actually happening. I'm not gonna state, but what's going on. But I mean, Nazis targeted gay people. Now, if this was done in today's standards, I would probably safe to say that they would also target transgendered people and do the same horrible, sick experiments that they have done in the past. For the reason of we have what is known as the Geneva Convention, because that shit was really fucked, and no one even should be able to actually have this happen to them ever. Period. Like, and that's just coming from me. Anyway, let's come. I know we will went a little off the bunny trail, but I mean, this is the truth. Like, if you're considering trans people Nazis, then you have some issues. Like, real talk.
Fight it when it was a person that has a high sub count.
Really makes you think.
Again, I have to point out that this entire saga spawned from a clip where he had gone over how the bad optics of some people on the left had led to a bad first impression and had driven people to the right. However, he does this and then in the same breath does the ubiquitous meme of everybody that I disagree with online is literally Hitler. Though in fairness, self-awareness is not a trait known in lolcows. I think that this entire mess can be summed up in what Twitter user Flamenco's little kitten...
Oh god.
Damn it, honey. Said.
Bruh, Sano, did you just literally call a trans teenager a Nazi spy just because she likes edgy humor and is right wing? I think you'll literally just be king the actual stereotype of what a left winger is. Laughing my fucking ass off.
See, and that's fucked. Because honey is actually a full-on Jew. Like, why did I say it like it was Bernie Sanders? Like, I'm a full-on Jew. She's of Jewish descent. Yes. She is a Jew. And the fact that she's reading this saying, did you literally just call a trans teenager a Nazi spy just because she likes edgy humor is right wing? I gotta make fun of you, honey. I'm sorry. I know this will get me yelled at in the Twitter DMs later, but I'm not sorry for what I'm about to say. You need to stop what you're doing next time and double auto spell. Not that hard to do. Anyway, and by the way, I do like she used DJ Khaled. Congratulations, you played yourself. How do you think about that?
Another one.
There you go. Thank you, DJ Khaled.
Congratulations, you played yourself.
This Twitter post, by the way, was made before the disastrous live stream. Hani must have psychic powers or something. The other really notable thing about the stream that a lot of people paid attention to was this segment.
Anyone mind banning Xander Hates Women? Also, good job, Xander Hates Women. I actually have your IP address now. Gives me an account on my website. Good one, Sherlock. And? Easy address, homie.
Now, I want to take a little aside to give you guys a little bit of an OPSEC lesson. An IP address really only gives people information about your ISP, not your physical address. So if some twat is going on that claiming that your IP address is an easy address, homie, they're either lying or they're just dumb enough to think that they actually have your docs. So while Xander Hall didn't actually have the person's docs, I think that the intent of the threat is a little bit more important than the veracity of it at this point.
See, now, this is my opinion about that whole thing, because this is something that I was like, wait, he actually said that? Like, why would you say that? Why would you say something so scummy like that? Obviously, like, if you want to be a part of the commentary community, you definitely got to be disavowing that. And the fact that you're literally, and let me go back here, just back to that, where he says this. I don't know about you, but this sounds like a threat to me.
Xander Hates Women? Also, good job, Xander Hates Women. I actually have your IP address now. Gives me an account on my website. Good one, Sherlock. And? Easy address, homie.
See, I would say that's a lazy threat. And by the way, and I don't know about you, but threatening someone, threatening docs on someone, especially and we've seen this a lot more recently with a couple things, a couple times over the last year, especially in I was surprised by this the other day. Apparently, one of the, what was it? There was this huge ass like Reddit post that I've seen a long time ago. It's gone now. I wish it was still around. I wish I screenshot it, but I regret it. There was this whole thing where someone actually posted a a DDoS script that you could put in the game's administration tools and everything when you go into files and everything like that. And you can get everyone's number, Steam account passwords through all of that. I think that was like for Roblox. And I heard a lot of shit about that in the community. And then the guy just kind of came out and said, "Yeah, I did that. It's so I could get more skins on." What shitty human does that? It's just like, you're too poor. Just sit there and go like, I can't afford it, but I know people who can. 10-year-olds that actually have moms that pay for their Fortnite and Roblox addictions. You know, come on, dude. Like, let's be real.
Now, I want to take a little aside to give you guys a little bit of an OPSEC lesson. An IP address really only gives people information about your ISP, not your physical address. So if some twat is going on that claiming that your IP address is an easy address, homie, they're either lying or they're just dumb enough to think that they actually have your docs. So while Xander Hall didn't actually have the person's docs, I think that the intent of the threat is a little bit more important than the veracity of it at this point. That intent being that of intimidation. And as Jeff Holodoc succinctly put it,
intentionally revealing somebody's name who didn't want it is an intimidation tactic, and if you do it, you're a cunt.
It's also worth pointing out that this sort of cunt-like behavior isn't entirely new for Xander Hall, and that he's been doing this sort of stuff for years.
Well, I would have to press this button is to fucking dox you, buddy. Is just press this fucking button. As a matter of fact, God, if it wasn't bannable, I would show your fucking IP on stream.
Now, it would be very
See, and he knows this. I'm not saying that he should be banned or anything like that, but, you know, YouTube should be looking at him, or Twitter or Twitch or whatever, wherever he streams, should be sitting down with him and going like, "Hey, look, there's a lot of people saying that you should be banned off platform. You need to cut the shit." Like, I would be the one that and I haven't had a chance to listen to the podcast with Nick and Turkey Tom with Xander Hall, and I hope Nick does address this in that podcast, and I'll probably do a listen of it tomorrow when I get off work and everything like that. I don't know. I just feel like that's kind of shit, like a real shit view to do, especially in this generation where almost everything is almost digital. Like, I don't know if people realize this, but the fact that we, like, I've seen people get their shit, like, obviously Edwin, for instance. Edwin got his Instagram and his Twitter's hacked this year because of, like, no two-factor authentication was on it and everything. That's kind of fucked, really.
Dishonest for me to talk about the subject without laying out my full involvement with Xander Hall on the table for transparency's sake. So I want to give you guys a full and complete account of what he's going on about when he says this.
Here, apparently they're friends with Flamenco, who's like a dude that's been stalking me since the beginning of my political career online. They can go on Kiwi Farms and look up Flamenco. The dude's like literally daily talking about me, and like he is still friends with and helping out people that are trying to dox me.
I first encountered him about 2 years ago when we both appeared on an episode of Unknown Otaku's podcast to debate and discuss the recent E::R controversy. We had a bit of an adversarial back and forth, but it was mostly cordial, and I had suggested that we have a debate as we both livestream, and I thought it would be good content for the both of us. When I asked him about this, he agreed to it. I'm not ashamed to admit this. I'm a person that thrives on conflict. I like to go at it with people. I like to, jab and juke and all that stuff, and I was really excited for this. Unfortunately, he later decided to cancel this agreement. I had hopped onto an alternate account and demanded an explanation, to which he blocked me, and I will admit, I made several throwaway Discord accounts and proceeded to repeat my request that he hold up to his side of the agreement. I will...
Like, honestly, and also I will say that, I mean, it kind of shows how much of a wuss Xander Hall is in all this, and this is my personal opinion at this point right now. And if he's honestly, if he's just sitting there and just saying, like, and he agreed to this, I mean, that shows, but then bans Flamenco just simply because he was like, well, I don't want to do this anymore. Like, just tell him, hey, look, I don't want to do this. Let's just let's just drop it right here. You know, I mean, and I agree with Flamenco. Like I agree with Flamenco's own self assessment. He does like confrontation a little bit too much in my opinion. But I mean, that's another conversation for another day that I could probably have with him. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge. Maybe another Bayside Sessions coming soon. Maybe, who knows? Flamenco, you know what to do. Just DM me, whatever. But I don't know. I don't know how I feel about that. There's so much wrong. Like in how Xander Hall handled that. Like the only thing I can think of is recently with there were a couple of years ago when Tonka, like a long time ago, and I did deep dive on this guy, by the way, Tonka. I did a deep dive on Tonka, and I guess from what I remember, what was the story? I think it was it was one of the original Susie Lou stuff. So he got in an argument with this fan of tipsters. And Augie. So he said like, okay, well then why don't we just have a debate? Let's have a debate. A debate on a dead air podcast. That's how the debate would actually sound like. You know, just a debate that sounded nothing but dead air for 2 hours. Like, and trust me, I believe honestly there's there's a special place in hell for two people, especially of the Tonka and the Chris Hansons of the world, you know. But like I remember he actually set it up. He actually did, and then I don't know what happened. I guess it was a tweet that the person put out because he actually followed him. I can't remember. It's been so long since this happened. I did this deep dive originally. I might have to like go on my other like on my tablet, look up the notes because it's on there on an alternate email address that I had to put Google Docs because at the time Google like 2.3 gigabytes. That's all you get. money. Okay, you know. And I sat there. I was like, you know what? I don't get why. I don't get why people do that. You know, if you feel like you can't do it, just sit there and go like, hey, you know, I'm second guessing myself. I'm sorry. If you planned on doing this with content, if you want, we can just do a recorded one, all that. And that would be fine. You know, like, see, the thing about making videos and collaborating with other people, regardless if you like them or not, there should be some type of like compromise in the middle, just in case like the first and second option doesn't work. So I don't know. I just
also admit I engaged in some light trolling and mocking, and that it was admittedly childish. I don't really do this sort of thing anymore. It's just not a good look. I also follow some of his more humorous exploits as well as documenting them on a notorious gossip website. And that's pretty much the extent of my interactions with him for this last year, with the occasion of covering some really dumb takes that he has, or laughing at him trying to do some live streams in Fortnite. I can safely say this, I do not particularly like Xander Hall. I think that he's an obnoxious Dunning-Kruger that doesn't really have much of a personality. I'll also say that he is a very malicious person, and I don't like the way that he has interacted with people and has gone after people. That being said, I want to clear up and address some of the very dishonest things that Xander Hall has said about me. Now, as we've seen in this video, Xander Hall is very quick to engage in dismissive behavior when met with even mild criticisms, smearing people and slurring them, with very little provocation or really any sort of logic. I am a content creator. I do sometimes political and sometimes sort of meta mocking of eccentric individuals on the internet, and I think that he's a pretty good example of low-hanging fruit. I wouldn't say Xanderhal is obsessed with quartering, despite making multiple videos on him, so I don't really think that covering somebody who's interesting and drives views is really obsessive behavior. I would also say that chronicling little dramas that he gets into isn't really stalking behavior when it's all on his publicly available social media accounts. I don't get that one either, honestly. And this last one is something that I really want to clear up, because I think it is the most egregious of all his slanders against me. I have not now, nor have I ever, engaged in doxing of any person on the internet. Multiple people that he has made this claim to have followed this up with requests for proof that I have actually engaged in trying to dox him. Nicholas Diorio and Augie are two examples of this, and they have yet to receive any evidence from him, despite repeated requests for it. In fact...
So... Now that last part actually surprised me when I watched this earlier today. I was like, wait, whoa, hold on. What do you mean he accused Flamenco, who honestly, like, the worst he could do is just basically like make alternate emails and just troll you to death. Well, not death, tell you rage quit and you know. I honestly, just like hanging out in Flamenco's live streams, in Trovo streams, and YouTube stream, wherever he streams. It's he doesn't do anything, but like literally, he sits on VR. He sits in his little VR thingy. I forget what they're called. VR person as basically this dog, this dog right here, which is cute, especially if you've seen his VR thing recently. He has a dog that is like in a blanket, and it's like cozy. It's like, see, that's wholesome. That's wholesome. But like, you know, like, why would you accuse someone like him? Now, I could maybe see where he's coming from, because I guess he hasn't said anything too nice about Ethan Ralph, and I like Ethan. There's some things that I disagree with, but like one of the common things that I like about Ethan is the fact that we talk there in his in some of his servers, and also I actually had an opportunity to talk to him on what's the hold on, what I have the name of the thing. I just Telegram. There you go. And he was like, and he was cool. We were talking about like old WCW 90s stuff like that. I still haven't had an answer about his opinion on Sold Out 1998. Yes, it was 98, where the NWO did a whole pay-per-view, and it was that house band. And I was just like, that's some weird ass music. And then and for the WCW people, they get nothing. They get jeers and like the announcer who's sitting in the back. Usually you have the announcer in the ring, like your Bruce Buffers and everything like that. And he's sitting there going like, ladies and gentlemen, ladies and gentlemen, this guy absolutely reeks of suck. I'm just like, whoa, okay, whoa, hold on there. What? I don't know, but he kind of reminds me of that. It's just like he would actually do his own, if he had his own version of the NWO, and they decided like, fuck it, let's not do YouTube or anything like that. Let's make our own website, and let's just do our own website, and people can yap and moan and bitch on there. I already know America First, when Nick Fuentes is already doing that, and obviously the Blaze.tv, and then like there's another one that Fox is making soon. There is a couple other ones. Some are using a certain only, if you get what I mean. Tipster, where's my OnlyFans? Okay, please. you know, they're using like alternative websites. Like we're starting to see this generation era where like everyone's starting to realize, you know, YouTube is not the end all be all. Like DLive's numbers are actually increasing very much, even though I don't agree with the fact that they banned Nick Fuentes for no apparent reason. And of course there are troubles with Ethan. I feel like there's certain things that you can do that would, like, you got to please a little bit of everyone. Like there's, like I said, compromise. There's got to be compromises for everything, you know. And I know recently with the whole update thing where now everyone who curses a lot, like, you know, I mean, don't get me wrong, I would like to play video games, but I can't honestly control a mouse with one hand and hit the censor button every time I do this and just sit there and go like, oh god, here comes I can't do that. Now, I mean, there's programs that could do that for me, but I don't have the computer for it. Well, it's right over here, but I gotta fix it. Anyway.
In this video, I've laid out more evidence that he himself has engaged in doxing or intimidation tactics than I ever have. In conclusion, I think that this entire drama was the result of Xander Hall being extremely thin-skinned and immature about this entire subject. I think that his later damage control that he wasn't trying to insinuate that Taps was only transgendered as a Nazi psyop is complete and utter bullshit, and he owes her a full and complete apology for this. He also engages in the stereotypical scumbag tactics of people who can't take criticism online, organizing flag campaigns of those who even mildly mock him, or calling people that he doesn't like various smears and various slurs online. I also want to warn people that are even thinking about engaging with him that he is a very malicious and very petty person, so I would urge you guys to not even interact with him at all. I get the urge to report people that are actively breaking the rules and then in the same breath calling for people to be banned for breaking those rules, but I think that even in those justifiable circumstances, stooping to his level only makes you as much of a fucking loser as he is.
Yeah, I definitely agree with that statement right there. It's one of those things where, like, if it's justifiable and it's like one thing, like, I only have one rule when it comes to flagging people. It's like, is this gonna be something that is gonna keep making an issue in the community? I remember infamously, I don't even know if it's infamous anymore. I seen people who do like the role play, like Adam Cole role play thing. Like they didn't even have role play in it. Like they actually thought that they were actually Adam Cole, and people were following the wrestlers, what they assumed was the wrestlers' actual Twitter accounts and everything. It's not happening as much because I think Twitter did something a little bit genuine, like sitting there going like, I mean, you could have a role play account, which, I mean, I don't know. I don't know how I feel about those. I mean, it's kind of like a lot of people there who say, well, then furries should be banned from that because they're technically role playing as dogs. Like, no, if they were role playing as dogs, they would be shitting in the yard. I'm just saying, those types of accounts, that's understandable. Like more recently with the vegan teacher, the fact that she was banned on TikTok, and then she's still making like accounts. I've heard that she's actually figured out how to actually make like proton emails, and she has like literally 6 accounts ready to go, so whenever one goes down she could just sign back on TikTok with the other one. Look, as far as I know, TikTok should have the ability to IP ban phones, like, and obviously, like I said, I believe that if you have the ability and the resources to actually ban people who keep coming back after they've broken your rules like multiple times, like one of the greatest trolls I ever seen was people in Call of Duty Ghost lobbies of all time, literally just yelling out the N-word like a billion times and a billion times, and people would like mass report them, rightfully so. We're talking, this is white kids, all right, saying this, like redneck, like really fucked up shit. And the fact that you would see someone say that, and then all of a sudden it's like, oh, okay, we're gonna ban them now. Okay. But all of a sudden you see them next day and it's the same guy, but like the difference is like it's two numbers. It's like, oh, it's Fluffball 2064 got banned. Oh, okay, well it's Fluffball 2069. Nice. You know, that type of shit. I don't like that. And like Xbox is really one of the greatest examples of that. I've seen people get permabanned and they literally get their Xbox bricked. Like, I'm not gonna say like PC should be like that. Like, I should say like no matter what email you have signed into it, unless you're using like a VPN, which I mean, if you're using a VPN, I don't know the legal ramifications of that and like how to use those enough to like how that can be ransacked. But if you just listen people, listen. All right, if you get banned on a game, permabanned or permabanned on Twitter or any type of place where public opinion is accessible, it's because you broke the rules and you were being extra stupid. You don't wear the stupid hat all the time. You only wear it when it's funny. Okay? That's how it works.
I think that this interaction is going to have repercussions for his long-term goals of infiltrating the commentary community. Nobody really wants to collab with somebody that's going to openly attack people in their community over light mocking, so good luck with that, I guess, champ. All in all, I think that Xanderhall really earned his moniker of Slanderhall during this entire saga. And if Xander is watching this, which I highly doubt, but if you are willing to take genuine criticism, this is what I would tell you. You really need to grow a thicker skin. The Streisand effect is going to take effect any time that you have this sort of reaction to even mild mocking. It's only going to drive it more. Again, you really need to apologize to Tabs. You are kind of a massive jerk. And lastly, I would say try to build some sort of personality outside of just aping mannerisms that you see from Vosh or Destiny. It's just kind of fucking pathetic. I also give you an open invitation to contest anything that I laid out in this video. This also applies to any of Xanderhall's fans that actually managed to make it to the end of the video. Critics get first priority in the queue to come on stream and criticize me. I welcome it, and just DM me and we'll set it up. Let's just say, though, I'm not going to be holding my breath on this. So yeah, that's the end of the video. Doing the Vinny stuff has been kind of fun, but I think that's over, so if you subscribe...
Alright, well, that's the video right there, so... Let's see, yeah, let me do a couple more games, and then, we'll call it a night. But yeah, honestly, I hope Xanderhall does watch that video, and I mean, if he does watch this and this stream gets taken out, I mean, it is what it is. It's just a gaming stream that I'm just reacting to his Flamenco's video. And honestly, there's some very, very valid criticisms that Flamenco always brings that I always respect him for, because it seems like he's kind of like he's on the edge of like, this doesn't sound right, but it does at the same time. So it's kind of like, damn if you do, damn if you don't, but guess what, it's damn. So looks like I'll be
You just called in the big game.
I honestly hope
Things are a little too
Like, I actually do hope that Xander Hall actually listens to criticism. Like, because that's the one thing that criticism needs to be prevalent in this community. Like, in order to exist in this commentary community, you gotta actually have really thick skin. Like, I know I fucked up somewhere, in a couple weeks ago, you know, and I'm willing to accept that, but you know. But, you know, people are just gonna be big jerks about it, so.
Alright, round one.
Heads up, grenade! Next ring isn't close. Check your map. Firing. Reloading. Taking fire, bros.
I'm taking fire. Down the coast, marking our surroundings.
Enemy out.
Contact with target.
One down.
Device. Item spotted. Contact with target.
Oh shit! Nope. Ah, balls. Okay, well, alright. I got at least 2 or 3 more games left in me, so. But I will say this, Flamenco, if you are watching, you know, I'll probably tag you in this and just tell you where we start talking about the video. But if you do watch this, if you want to be on the show, just let me know. I really want to listen to your thoughts on this, on Xander Hall and everything. Just also just like just your thoughts on a lot of things, you know, because a lot of people need to, like, I feel like there's there's lack of listening, and then there's like lack of understanding when people do stuff.
Nothing down there scares me.
Welcome to my games. Mind your mullets, ladies. I'm about to start some pies. There's your champions. What are you standing around for? He's right there. Take his arm.
I bet that's a good spot. Woman's intuition.
Okay.
Remember, eyes on the prize.
The All-Father honors us with victory and life. First blood. The battle begins. leader here.
Champions eliminated. But too deep to be a proper champion, eh?
Looks like that champion was all talk. Helmet here. Oh, sniper stock here. Level 3.
1 minute until a nearby ring
Let's
closes.
see what we have over here.
Placing an independent variable.
Sniper stock here. Level 2.
Deploying a variable. Gas trap deployed.
45 seconds until the ring closes. We've got time, but
Shit.
not much.
Nope.
The trap is set. Data to follow.
Careful, no kill leader.
Subject spotted here.
Marking our surroundings.
Evo shield here. Level 2.
30 seconds remain. Safety is an arrow shot away.
Target spotted here.
Evo shield here. Level 2. We've got 10 seconds. I hate to say it, but losing time's over.
Where is he? Oh, he's under. Okay, shit.
Ring's closing.
We're all outside the ring, and a wall of death is coming. Grenade out. Frag out.
Woo! Oh god, shit!
That hurt.
Got him.
Down the hostile on Scotty.
Not my first dance with death.
I'm down. My vision is clear.
Marking our surroundings.
Reloading.
Come on, push him. Inside. What are you on the rooftop for?
Fuck off then, dick.
Scan, dude. Fucking blood out.
Marking our surroundings.
Fucking god.
What? Oh, oh. Oh shit! Oh fuck!
Oh my god.
Thank you. Yeah, of course you're gonna take the shit.
People on us.
I have a subject in view.
You fucking.
You know what? Fuck you. That's alright. I'm done anyway. If he's gonna be a sore puss like that, you know, it's all good. It's all good. But thank you guys so much for watching. I'm gonna take the rest of the night off. Guys, if you haven't had a chance, go check out Tommy C's stuff. And also go check out the video that Flowmaker did. Really good video. Highly recommend it. There you go. Really highly recommend it. But I'm gonna take off for the night. Thank you guys so much for watching. As always, I'll see you guys in the next one. That said, peace, love, chicken grease. Everything's holy to Tebow.